Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Untitled Geek. It's title time. It's title time, and I'm really excited for the match we have today. We have Digidestined, the winner of last year's tournament, finally back in the ring against the winners of the most recent #1 contenders match, the winner soldiers, Joe Fairley and Eli McKeag. Once again, another, I guess you call it a quote-unquote Joe v. David battle. We saw how it worked last time in David's favor. We'll see if Joe can get that punch right back. But with me on the desk today is the wonderful, the very flushed, not at all sleep-deprived Caleb Coho. Coho, how you doing?
I'm doing great, not at all tired, Cotton. We got the sun out, morning sun, which is something I don't see ever.
Speaking of sun, you will see the sun in David's room today. So this is a special occasion.
A lot of sun being shown on this match. But I'm very excited to watch these two teams play. I think it's going to be a good match. And like you said, it's David versus Joe again. But it's also Eli versus RJ again. So
yeah,
I think it's going to be fun.
We saw what happened last time with that. So lots of good rubber matches going on here. But enough from our mouths. Let's see what these two teams have to say right now in promos.
Okay, Eli.
Yes.
This is what we played in for. This is what I reached out to you for, was to get to this title. And it's not to get me to this title, it's to get us to this title.
Yes. Because I remember. Yeah. Look, you know me, we spoke earlier. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, with you as my partner, I'm very, very confident that we can get this win. And if everyone can remember, I was in the finals of the tournament. I've already gone against Digidestined. We literally lost by one question. If my team would have gotten that one question, it would probably be a different story right now. So I'm very confident that we can pick up the victory and get the belts.
I'm looking forward to it. And it's a rare occasion. Like with David, there's daylight outside when I'm recording. So anything can happen. And look, everyone knows what David and I are like in this division, so I'm not going to say any bad words about him or his team. They're a great team. They deserved to win it last time, but I like winning titles.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
So, RJ, I don't know about you, but I'm not very worried about this match. I mean, I think we proved that we are a great team together. We have a lot of fun together, and we already won a tournament. Joe and Eli really, really, really won this, and you had said many times you don't care about, belts, titles, and since I started teaming up with you, I already won 2 belts. You are like my lucky charm. It was teaming up with you and everything started going well for me. So honestly, if I let them have this one, it won't be the end of the world. After this, I will still have a belt that Joe doesn't in this very lane, and I know that wraps him a little bit. So yeah, it's just let's.
I mean, I feel exactly the same way. Like, why dwell on the past? We get it, Eli. It was one question. Y'all picked the bad ones, but guess what? That's what happens when you want it too bad. You make the wrong choices when they count. So you know what? Stop dwelling on it. Stop thinking about it. That's what keeps you there, under me, over me. I don't know. I don't even care the fact that we've done this dance like 100 times. It's what happens. Good players do this dance 100 times. Frankly, I'm just a background character here. This is basically David with like a little bit of extra help versus Joe and Eli. We're going to see what happens. I don't even know. If I pull something miraculously out of my ass, it won't be the first time. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, in the words of a famous penguin, whoa, take it easy, sweetheart.
Take it easy, sweetheart.
It's more directed at David and RJ. I'll be honest. I like the mentality that both David and RJ have coming into this match. Very carefree, very relaxed, putting all the pressure on Eli and Joe to get that belt, which is what they really both want. So I'm loving the fire from both David and RJ. But we'll see. We'll see what Joe and Eli come to play with.
I don't talk more shit. This is boring.
All right, guys. Round one. You guys know how it works. I need to get teams in. 10 questions from 10 different random geek categories. Each question is going to be worth a point apiece. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you get no points. If any players to get all 10 questions right, there will be a bonus question asked to them for a bonus point. Each team gets 4 repeats and the usage of a challenge throughout the duration of the match. Thank you, RJ, for throwing your phone away. I hope it's not broken. Are there any questions before we get into round number 1?
Nope.
All right.
Good luck.
So, your first question will come in the category of the MCU. Which MCU film features a character who possesses Captain America trading cards? Did you ever play?
I was gonna say, I'm guessing you were a big sports trading card guy.
Yeah, I actually have a vintage Mickey Mantle card somewhere in my house.
Now here's the follow-up question.
I can't find it, but it's somewhere in my house.
Were you a Topps fan, a Score fan? What brand of card did you
Topps. It was always Topps 3.
Always Topps. I was a Score fan.
1. Pens down. We'll go to Joe.
It's all about them Premier League football stickers, the Avengers.
And David.
I hunt Spanish League, the Avengers.
And Eli.
The Avengers.
And RJ.
I don't know if y'all are going to get me on the article. I just have Avengers. Y'all going to punish me for not having a the?
We can accept that.
Okay.
In this league, there's only one, the Avengers.
All right. Hit with the next question, Coho.
All right, your next question comes in the category of Star Wars. Nothing but. In Return of the Jedi, name 3 different color call signs that appear in the space battle over Endor.
And we just need the colors, so you just have to write the colors.
Get him says one more time. We just need the colors.
Yeah. One time when I drank too much alcohol, I could actually smell colors. So that was new.
I've tasted colors before. It's wild.
Yeah. I don't like the taste of red.
Purple is a fruit.
Orange is a
I mean, orange is the only one you can actually.
2,
You have
1.
blueberries.
Pens down. We'll go to Eli.
I said gold, red, and green.
And David.
Green, gold, red.
And RJ.
Fuck. I said red, gold, and blue.
And Joe.
I quoted Karma Chameleon, red, gold, and green.
Red, gold, and green is correct. So everyone but RJ getting that question right.
Yes.
My bad.
We'll get into your third question in the category of quotes, everyone's favorite. Which Middle-earth character says the line, "You sit here in these vast halls with a crown upon your head, and yet are lesser now than you have ever been"?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. I think it's Cody Newberry. Many times. Pretty sure that was something that he said at least 3 times.
It's one or the other.
Except it's more direct and with more hateful, abusive language.
The delivery was a lot saltier. Yeah. I definitely cried.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Dwelling?
And we will go to Eli.
Ballin?
And Joe.
Dwalin.
And RJ.
Ballin.
Wallen is correct.
Yeah. It's one of them.
So both David and Joe will hit that.
And your next question will come in the category of the Wizarding World. In Goblet of Fire, what spell does Harry use to free Cedric from the hedges of the maze before they reach the Triwizard Cup?
Saw this movie in theaters recently for the first time, in fact.
That's great. I keep missing out on my opportunities to go watch these every year.
They were showing all the Lord of the Rings films in theaters, but but it was only like one showtime, like in the middle of the day.
Yeah, they did that for me too. But they did the special editions also, so I was like, I don't know
the extended ones too. I'm like, I would love to sit in the theater for 4.5 hours
and
do nothing. 5,
good time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with RJ.
Of course you fucking did. Oh, I'm pretty sure you would have burned Cedric with this, but I guessed Incendio.
And Joe.
Reducto.
And David.
Redacto?
And Eli.
I said stupefy.
Reducto is correct. David and Joe once again.
Redacto and Defino. I was like, damn.
All right, your next question in the category of Star Trek. Nothing but. Who plays Admiral Dougherty in Star Trek Insurrection?
Shit.
So now I get to like air dirty laundry and just say how much I hate Spence's Star Trek takes. How much I just despise them.
Convincing them to watch Star Trek was the worst decision I've ever made in my life.
Yes, because then they like start giving you their takes, and you're like, wow, I hate that you watched any of these movies.
Yeah, saying Nemesis is not bad is a war crime, essentially. 5,
I don't know
3,
this one.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe anyway.
Anthony Zerb.
And we'll go to David.
Robert Hayes.
And Eli.
I was trying to say Neil McDonough, but it said Neil McDough.
And RJ.
I have a blank board.
Anthony Zerb is
Yeah,
correct.
beautiful blank board it is.
All right.
Your next question is going to come in the category of Marvel. And it's simply this. Who directed Elektra?
Cinema.
Cinema.
If you've only watched one movie before, yes, this is considered cinema.
I love movies. And he said it about Elektra.
If the only film you ever watched in your life was Supergirl, this would be considered cinema.
This is true.
a 1984 classic.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to David.
Rob S. Bowman.
And Eli.
I said Rob Marshall.
That would have been really interesting. We're going to RJ.
It's everyone's favorite director, Lloyd the Moose.
Yeah. And Joe.
Rob Bowman.
So Rob Bowman is correct. I don't know if we can accept David's answer because I don't know what his middle initial is
right now.
So we'll just hold for 1 second.
Hold and keep holding.
Yeah,
I'm holding
I
on
think-
to the edge of a seat.
His middle name is Stanton, so Rob S. Bowman would be correct.
And that's how I put an S on my Quizlet for some reason, and that's how I know it. So it's like,
So David and Joe will get that question correct. Move on to your 7th question in Mixed Bag. David Warner, who appears in 2 different Star Trek films, plays a supporting role in which Mixed Bag film?
So back to the Spence slander as we can, because it is their channel and they pay us
We
nothing.
must.
So
Yes.
yeah. They think Nemesis is better than like half the movies. It's
Yeah.
weird. How
I
do
mean,
you put like all the Generations cast above like Search for Spock?
It's the worst. Yeah, I mean, come on. Search for Spock is fun, at least.
Great.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, David. Pens down. Pens down. We'll go to Eli.
I forgot if this was still in it or in Mixed Bag, but I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze.
And we will go to David.
Sin City a Dame to Kill For.
And RJ.
None.
And Joe.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
That is correct.
Nice.
So Winter
Nice,
Soldier's
Eli.
getting,
Very nice.
Winter
Yeah.
Soldier's getting 2 big points there.
Your next question will come in the category of sci-fi killers. Lance Henriksen appears in how many sci-fi killers films?
That's a cool name. What do you think that is? Like Swedish or something?
I couldn't tell. Yeah, for all I know, it's a Ugandan last name. I don't.
You think he helped build IKEA?
I'm sure he's the owner, operator, founder, and marketer of IKEA.
Pretty cool. I love IKEA. You just get lost in there for
You should
4
have went
hours.
to the IKEA by the Mall of America. The thing is massive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And how do we miss that? We'll go to RJ.
I guess 3. Why not?
And Joe.
4.
And David.
3.
And Eli.
I also guessed 3.
4 is correct. The movies are The Terminator, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien 3.
As you can see, the people who said 3 did not think about the Terminator.
Understandable.
I
Alex,
would
we're
have
gonna,
guessed. I'm still not.
we're gonna
100%
table
sure.
Alex's comment for now and come back to that later.
That's only two to be killed by all 3.
Yeah.
All right, your penultimate question in honor of Coho is in the category of the DCEU. What is the Codex shaped like when Jor-El goes to retrieve it at the start of Man of Steel?
So, reading Alex's comment in the chat, who is the coolest person you sat in a hot tub with at an IKEA?
Well, I can't divulge that information, of course, because legal things, non-disclosure agreements, all that
Mine
stuff.
was Lance Henriksen.
2, 1. Pens down. Oh shit. We'll go to Joe.
Skull. I almost forgot the question and what I'd written down for a second there.
And we'll go to Dave.
Skull.
And Eli
He said skull.
and RJ.
I almost also put a question mark. Skull.
Clean sweep. Good job, everyone. Skull is correct.
All right, your final question of the round is: I don't believe is there a perfect round? Am I an idiot?
Joe
Joe-
needs this
Joe's
to get it perfect.
All right,
Of course
so
it does.
Joe's the only one in here for a perfect. But your last category is Middle Earth. Which Middle Earth film features an elf named Lindir?
So we all agree to blame Coho, right? If Joe misses this question.
You can. I did the thing where I was like, I don't know if there are any perfect rounds, but I'll just read the last question. But oh well.
Trust that I know how to do my job.
That's
I don't
fine.
do it perfectly, but I know how to do it.
You know what? That's fair.
I
Just
did the same in the
like
last match I
at the
called.
standard level.
Didn't realize someone had one.
You try not to think about it. Is the key. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
An unexpected journey.
And Eli.
I said Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
And RJ.
I guess the Fellowship of the Ring.
And Joe.
Alex, get that dab ready. An unexpected journey.
That is correct. And a perfect round for one Mr. Joe Barely. So, Joe, we are going to give you your bonus question. Are you ready?
Let me get me pen out and hands ready. Okay. Hands
All right,
off.
you good?
Yep.
All right, your bonus question. What was the first year in where a Star Trek film and a sci-fi killers film were released in the same year?
1979.
That is correct for an extra point. And the true perfect round. So, at the end of round number 1, I have the winner soldiers at 15 compared to Digidestined's 9.
That is indeed what I have.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I
So,
come back from worse.
everyone loves a good comeback. So we'll get into round number 2. Round 2 works like this. There were 3 categories randomized off the randomizer. Those categories being Marvel, DC, EU, and Wizarding World. The team that's in the lead will choose if they want to choose their category first. Choose the category, and each category corresponds to 5 questions with 2 points apiece. You may go to multiple choice if you would like, which is only worth 1 point. If you've been here before, guys, there is stealing involved, so be aware of steals. Each team has all of their repeats left and their challenge. Are there any questions before we get into round number 2?
Nope.
All right. So, winner soldiers, would you like to choose your category first or second?
I believe we want to choose it first, right?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. And of Marvel, DCEU, and Wizarding World, which of those categories would you like?
So, Eli, I know we've discussed Marvel, but
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wasn't expecting 6 points ahead, and I know that David will want a round he can sweep which will probably be Wizarding World, but I think we should probably remove that from the equation.
All right, I trust you.
All right, we'll take the Wizarding World, please.
Okay. And between Marvel and DCEU for you, David and RJ.
I mean, I know we talked about it, but you want to stick with the plan or just try and get as many points now, just so we can get to round 3?
Yeah, we might as well go for maximum points. I don't have a problem switching up the plan.
Okay. Let's go Marvel then.
All right. So, Winter Soldiers, do you want to go first or second?
I mean, I have no preference. If you want to go second and first, it's up to you.
So I think 6 points is a nice lead. I think I might change up the usual here, and I think defer over to Digidestined.
All right.
An interesting decision. All right. So, Coho, why don't you go ahead and give Digidestined their questions in the category of Marvel?
Absolutely. Your questions in the category Marvel. Which Marvel film features a secret project known as Silent Sparrow?
That is Big Hero 6.
Mm-hmm.
Big Hero 6, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who composed the score for X-Men Origins Wolverine?
That is, I think that's one of the Gregson Williamses. I don't know which one.
I mean, do you want to just go multiple just to be safe to see if they're both there?
Harry is speaking to me actually.
Okay.
But we can go multiple, whatever. I think
Go with your gut. Go with your gut.
You want me to go Harry?
Sure.
Harry Gregson Williams, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Told you.
Your third question. In Deadpool 2, what does Cable take from his daughter's corpse when we first see him in the film?
Do you accept a general answer?
I believe.
It's like a plushie. I think it's a plushie. Like I
do
just
you
don't
need to know what it was.
I don't remember the animal. It's a plushie.
Yeah, do you need to know the animal, or can we get away with just that? It was like a plush toy.
Wanna go plush toy and challenge?
Fine. Plush toy, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal, Joe and Eli.
I believe it was a teddy bear.
Yeah, I would have said teddy bear.
All right. Teddy bear,
Teddy.
final answer.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
Wanna challenge it?
Yeah, I'm gonna challenge. A teddy bear is a plush toy. That's my challenge. And it wasn't, the question didn't say what specifically was taken. It's just what did he take from his daughter. Teddy bear's a plush toy.
Okay, so that is official challenge. We'll get back to you after the results of the challenge. After the challenge, we looked it over. Plush toys is acceptable as the question does not specify the specific thing that is picked up. Plush toy is acceptable. They will get the 2 points and retain their challenge. So,
All right, so your penultimate question in the category of Marvel. What is the name of Johnny Blaze's father in Ghost Rider?
Oh,
It's either I think it's fuck. I'll know it in multiple choice, but I think it's
feel
either
like I will too. I'm down to take multiple choice for
it's
this one.
Barton Blaze or Carlton Blaze. I want to go more. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go multiple, just to be
I
sure.
cannot.
All right, your multiple choice options are A. Barton, B. Donald, C. Roman, D. Trevor.
It's A.
Yeah, Barton Blaze. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
and the lead.
You were right. I couldn't hear the first letter. I was the same way. I was like, I can't hear the first letter.
And your final question in Marvel. In Kingsman, the Golden Circle, Charlie has had cybernetic enhancements to his arm and what other part of his body?
Oh. I have no fucking idea. So
I feel like there's an obvious answer. Do you want me to just go for 2 points, or you want to go to multiple?
what are you thinking?
His eye. He got
I
shot.
don't I don't remember the eye, honestly. If you are confident,
I mean, for 2 points, I'll give it a shot. His eye. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, it's okay.
Winter Soldiers with a chance for the 2 point steal.
I was thinking because I thought same as RJ's through line, he was shot. So maybe one of his legs, but I'm not. I
Yeah.
genuinely don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, my first instinct after I was legs.
Let's go with it. Leg,
Right.
final answer.
It's also incorrect. We're looking for vocal cords. Vocal cords.
Oh, that's right.
So after their turn, I have
Yes, sir.
Digidestined up 16-15.
That is what I have. So, Winter Soldiers, are you ready for your questions in Wizarding World?
Yep.
All right. Your first question. In Crimes of Grindelwald, what does Newt do to the ground in Paris that confuses Jacob when the two are searching for Tina?
That's one I'll know if I hear it.
Yeah, I was gonna say multiple as well.
Yeah. Multiple choice, please.
Okay. Is it A, he carves symbols into it, B, he freezes it, C, he licks it, or D, he lights it on fire?
Which one's
Between-
coming out to you?
Between two, and I think it's licks. It's
Yeah, I
one
was
of
thinking that
Newt's weird
too.
habits.
I was thinking that as well.
He licks it. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. And a tie game. Your second question. In Half-Blood Prince, Luna tells Ginny on the train that her new Pygmy Puff has been known to sing on what holiday?
Wow.
My first instinct was Christmas, but I don't think that's right.
I say we multiple it. It's a tie game now. We have 4 more questions. We can play
Yeah.
it safe.
Yeah, let's do
Multiple
that.
Okay. Is it A, Boxing Day, B, Christmas, C, Easter, or D, Valentine's Day?
See, a part of me is hesitant to say Christmas because I feel like that's too obvious.
Yeah. Easter's jumping out at me, but again, I could be wrong.
All right, I'm following your lead. If you're pretty confident in Easter.
Easter. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point still. Your options are again A, Boxing Day, B, Christmas, C, Easter, or D, Valentine's Day.
I'm not gonna lie, David. Boxing Day is popping out to me for some reason.
I have no idea. So
Boxing Day, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. You've been known to sing on Boxing Day.
I don't feel
I
so
knew
bad.
she
that
said
it was a
day in
long
it. That's
question.
why I was like, I know she says the word day. So I was like, it's got to be Boxing
That's
Day.
cool.
Then.
I don't feel as bad missing Wizarding World questions if David doesn't know them either.
All right, your third question. How many Wizarding World films feature the character of Percy Weasley?
I know he's in the first two.
In the first 3,
oh,
he
shit,
said
I cannot.
Head Boy in Azkaban. Then he's out. He comes back for Order of the Phoenix. Which is not sure, and I know he's both Deathly Hallows. I want to say 6.
I would feel confident with that number, but if you want to go to multiple choice just to be safe, then we can.
I'm happy.
All right, go.
6, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2 point steal.
I don't think he's in the first
I
house.
think it's just 5. I think they just went 1 too much. I think it's just 5.
Yeah.
5, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Because in the first
It
Hallows,
is-
he doesn't.
Yeah, it's Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, and Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah,
That's
that's
go to his own brother's wedding. That's outrageous.
No, he's not. He's never
He's-
shown on screen at the wedding.
No, because he's
That's what
in
I
the
was
books.
thinking
If
of.
you remember
All
in
right,
the
guys.
books,
All
he's
right,
still
guys. Let's settle down for a little bit.
Sorry.
All right, your fourth question. In Chamber of Secrets, how long does Hermione say it will take for the Polyjuice Potion to complete?
It's a month.
All right.
1 month, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and your last question. In Order of the Phoenix, what does Umbridge request from Snape when she captures Harry using her fireplace to contact the Order?
Veritaserum. It's the
All
true
right.
potion. Veritaserum, final answer.
And that is correct for 2 more points and the lead. So at the end of round number 2, I have Winter Soldiers with a
We should
1
stop
point
them off.
advantage.
Just
Hey,
doesn't
it's
work.
fine.
19.
I have 20-19 in favor of Winter Soldiers.
Brand new ball game as we get into round number 3. Round 3 works like this.
Oh yeah.
Of the remainder of the categories, aside from the ones that the champions Digidestined decided to remove from the wheel, each team will give the other category 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. There is no multiple choice, and there is no stealing. So, Winter Soldiers, because you are in the lead, the categories you can choose to give Digidestined are MCU, Middle Earth, Star Wars, Star Trek, DC, and Sci-Fi Killers. Which of those will you want to give Digidestined?
I mean, I think we just take they might be easier questions because it's a newer category. I still think we should do Sci-Fi Killers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Sci-Fi Killers, please.
Okay. And Digidestined, your options are MCU, Middle Earth, Star Wars, Star Trek, and DC.
I mean, we talked about this. We are not giving Joe Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that I think that can be deep enough to help us might be Wars, in all honesty. I feel
It's
like
Joe.
that is Joe, though. I mean, like I said, well, with Middle Earth, it's Eli. Eli's pretty good at Middle Earth, so it's not like an MCU.
And I'm pretty sure. And last time I gave Joe Middle Earth, and the only thing he missed was 1978, and I'm pretty sure he rewatched that.
Yeah.
So probably this. Let's just go DC.
Okay, DC's broad enough, I guess.
Yeah, last time I managed to steal one. So.
All right, so Digidestined, I will go ahead and give you your questions in Sci-Fi Killers.
Sure.
All right, your first question. What is Newt's real first name in Aliens?
Fuck if I know.
I should know it.
I don't know. Is it something dumb like Alice or something? I don't know.
No, it's. Is it Veronica? Kind of pops in my mind for some
Go
reason.
with your gut then. They can't steal anyway, so just go.
Yeah,
with
that's true. Veronica, final answer.
That is incorrect. It's Rebecca.
You're on the right track. Veronica, Rebecca.
Rebecca. All right, your second question. What specific profession does Edwin say he has when first meeting the rest of the group in Predators?
He says he's a doctor. But I don't know if he says like surgeon or something.
No, I'm pretty sure he just says he's a doctor.
Okay.
Doctor, final answer.
That's incorrect. He's a physician.
Yeah, no, the question said specifically, so I can give him that.
Yeah.
Your third question. Who composed the score for Terminator Genesis?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know. Terminator Genesis. Do you know who did Terminator?
Dude, I don't know anything about this category. Like, they changed the category at post-tournament. I have no idea.
It's not James Newton. Hans Zimmer? What?
Go with what you feel, man, at this point.
Hans Zimmer, final answer.
It's incorrect. It's Lauren Balfe.
Great.
Awesome.
All right, your fourth question. In Prometheus, how does Meredith Vickers kill Holloway after he's infected?
He burns him. Burns him. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead.
I'll take 2 points.
Yeah, me too.
And your last question. What agency does Peter Keyes work for in Predator 2?
Peter Keyes. Predator 2. CIA, FBI.
Those are literally the two that popped into my head first. Like,
That doesn't sound though. I don't know.
there's nothing really else that, like, the only other thing alien related could be NSA, but I feel like NSA would be too much of a stretch.
FBI.
3,
FBI, final answer.
2. As incorrect, it's the DEA.
Oh, of course it's the fucking D. It's always the fucking D.
Well, we are not going to.
You don't even do anything. Fucking
All right,
drug
guys.
enforcement.
All right. So after their round 3, Digidestined retakes the lead, 21-20. Coho, why don't you go ahead and give Winter Soldiers their questions in the category of DC?
Absolutely. Your first question. In Superman 3, what substance does Gus use to replace the unknown element in kryptonite?
Doesn't he
Tar.
use like tar?
Because he looks at his cigarettes. Tar,
Yeah.
final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
And takes back the lead.
Your second question. In The Dark Knight, how does Bruce prevent a Gotham citizen from ramming the vehicle with Gordon and Coleman Reese inside of it?
Oh, he drives really fast with his car and he jumps in front of it so his car gets hit by the car.
Yeah, blocks it with his Lamborghini. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
The Lamborghini.
Much more
Lamborghini.
conspicuous. Dash.
Much more.
Your third question. Which DC film features a character's hideout named the Eagle's Nest?
Man, I'm trying to pull from the obscure ones now. What are you thinking? What's going through your head?
I'm struggling, so I'm ruling out Superman and the Batmans.
Well, do you think it might be V for Vendetta?
No, it's the Shadow Gallery in V for Vendetta. So
Alright.
that's what's putting me off. I'm
Do you
happy
want
to-
to
Wanna
repeat it?
I'm going to repeat.
3,
All right, repeat.
2. Okay.
So
First repeat.
Which DC film features a character's hideout named the Eagle's Nest?
The Eagle's Nest.
Oh.
The Eagle's Nest.
I don't know whether he gives it a name, but it could be Boggs' hideout in Red.
Yeah, it could. Because I was thinking Red or the
4,
Losers, so
3.
Red, final
You-
answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Your penultimate question. In Swamp Thing, what does Arcane realize is missing when he's searching through the ruins of the compound?
It's one of the notebooks. Well, I think we need to go number 7, but just go. I've forgotten this.
So-
yeah,
are you
A
saying a notebook?
yeah,
Yeah.
a notebook. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. What is the name of Claire's abusive husband in The Kitchen?
This is one of them that I haven't seen.
I have seen it, but once, and I don't remember his name. But
I mean, I'll be honest, out of all of these questions, I feel like if we miss this one, I'll be okay with it because we got a pretty good lead.
yeah, I'm kind of the same. Go, Kevin. Kevin, final answer.
Incorrect. We're looking for Rob. But at that, I have Winter Soldiers with 28 to Digidestined's 21.
That's a 1 touchdown lead. That's what I have.
Okay.
All right, guys. Round number 4. Move on. Round number 4. It works like this. It's a little bit changed now for the team's title. So there are 6 questions, each worth a point apiece. If you get it right, you gain a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. If you have a blank board, it's no points. But the big change is this: both teams will decide which player will take the odd questions and which will take the even questions. So one player will take 1, 3, and 5. The other player will take 2, 4, and 6. So both starting with Winter Soldiers, decide which player will take the odds and which player will take the evens.
Are you feeling odd today,
I don't
or
mind.
are you feeling even? All right, if you want to go odds, let's.
Yep, I'll take the odds. Just don't be afraid of a blank board. We've got a good lead.
All right,
If you're not confident, don't risk it.
gotcha.
So Joe will take the odds?
Yeah.
All right. And Digidestined, decide who's taking odds and evens.
RJ, do you want to answer with Eli or with Joe?
I was literally about to ask you the same question. Do you want to answer with Eli or with Joe?
I'll answer with Eli.
You'll answer with Eli? I'll answer with Joe if you want to answer with Eli.
RJ, do you want to try and win, or do you want to try and not get knocked out?
At this point, I'd just rather not get knocked out.
Okay, then you know what we have to do. Not
Oh,
lose
yeah.
points.
I do. I'm not
Alright,
afraid of a
so-
blank board.
So,
We've all
just to
know that.
recap, Joe and RJ are taking the odds, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So,
Can we agree that the moose counts as a blank board, though?
yes, of course.
That's fine.
I want more of that moose.
All right. Your first question, guys. Who plays Balin in the Hobbit trilogy?
Fuck! I only know Dwalin's real name.
The tension is palpable. is one thing saying.
Do I?
We're literally camping, Scully. We are in tents.
That was a Spence joke, and I'm disappointed.
I've used this, that's a classic Coho joke. I've used that at least 20 times.
I've never heard you say that once.
I've said it to you in a match we played.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. It was in a match. I probably wasn't paying attention. We'll go to Joe
Ken Stott.
and RJ.
I knew Scott, and I couldn't think of anything else, but I left my board blank.
All right, so Ken Stott is correct. So Winter Soldiers moves up to 29, and Digidestined stays at 21. All right.
Next question. In Star Trek First Contact, what is the name of the Federation ship captained by Worf?
Oh, I made the right choice.
We have a little fist bump from one of the players. I think this might indicate that they have the correct answer.
I'm
He's driving a riverboat, just a tugboat.
Got me miss it.
Driving a semi-truck, maybe.
I would love to show David the Mississippi River and just see like how he reacts to like that area of America.
Not many people would react positively, except for
Really? Go to David
The Defiant.
and Eli.
I'm upset that I didn't get this. So whiteboard.
The Defiant is correct. So back to a 7-point lead, 29-22. The third question. Who is the first Jedi to speak to Rey before she kills Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker? The Oscar-nominated Rise of Skywalker, I should.
Fuck.
Oh, sure. I mean,
It
so
deserves-
is
it
Suicide
deserves
Squad.
one of
So,
those
yeah.
nominations. Maybe.
Like,
Maybe.
I mean, at this
This is
point,
one
the
of those
Oscar
ones-
standards are low.
yeah.
You're right. The Power of the Dog got 12 nominations. What are we doing?
Do you mind if I risk a point, David? I'm actually asking you right now.
Sure. Go ahead.
I feel like I know this.
5, 4,
Watch,
I'm
completely wrong.
2, 1.
fine.
Hands down.
I mean,
We'll go to RJ first.
I don't know why, but I just kept thinking of Qui-Gon.
And Joe.
These are your final steps, Ray. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is correct.
2-point swing. This is your next question.
30-21.
okay.
What was Dr. Wendy Lawson's Kree name in Captain Marvel?
Ooh.
Oh. Shit.
Ha! I don't know this.
Sorry, David.
Was that a weird you just heard
There
from
was a
David?
weird. I should admit, I should be way past this point in the MC rewatch that we're doing in the group, and I'm still on Guardians.
I don't know
didn't-
this.
I did mine last summer, so you know.
Right. Well, I do an MC watch like every year, just for shits and giggles.
I'll probably do one over the summer again.
I need to get back on it because like I
Do you mind if
took
I
like a
use-
month off between Iron Man 3.
I don't care if you use a repeat.
Or
Repeat. And what's the score?
first repeat.
30-21.
And it's the fourth West.
Fourth question.
Call the question.
Your question. What was Dr. Wendy Lawson's Kree name in Captain Marvel? I'm not looking forward to watching this one again. My bottom.
It's fine. It's
This is my
harmless.
worst MCU movie by a wide margin.
It-
I
it-
think it came to me.
Do it. I don't do it. Trust your gut.
I don't like it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Eli
Marvel.
and David.
Marvel.
Both correct.
I was about to smack you, David. I was about to smack you if you didn't pull that.
All right, 31-22 into the fifth question. The question is simply, who directed Dick Tracy?
Nope.
Oscar-winning film.
Not happening.
Deserves a lot of its nominations. I'll stand by that.
I don't
I'll
know.
give Joe what he wants as long as we agreed that this is counted as a blank board.
Stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Joe
Warren Beatty.
and RJ.
My favorite director.
Warren Beatty is correct, so it is now a 10-point advantage for Winter Soldiers. Here's where we are right now. One last question here in round 4. If Winter Soldiers hits and Digidestined either doesn't write an answer or misses, they will win via knockout. Or if there's a blank board for Winter Soldiers and Digidestined misses, they will win via knockout. Who cares about that? Let's just ask the last question and then just what happens. Coho?
Yep. All right. Your question is, which Wizarding World film features a security system known as the Thief's Downfall?
Judging by David's sigh of relief, I think we may have to play round 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Eli.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
And David.
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
That is correct. And we're going to round number 5.
Great.
We didn't get knocked out.
33 to 23 is our score. So, go ahead into our last round, the championship round. Here's how it works. Both Marvel and Wizarding World were chosen in round 2, so that means DCEU is the category for round 5. Both teams will get a 2, a 3, and a 5. Teams will decide who will take the 2 and who will take the 3. We both can confer on the 5. Both teams have 3 repeats left and their challenge. So I anticipate probably a lot of those being used at some point. So if there are no further questions, let's get right into round number 5. Winter Soldiers, you are ahead. Would you like set 1 or set number 2?
I'll let you choose, Joe.
Set number 1, please.
You chose poorly.
Hey, this
That
isn't
is-
Star Wars.
All right, and so David and RJ, who was taking the 3, who was taking the 2, and who was taking the 3?
I mean, we gotta hit all of them. So,
Yeah,
as much as I would hate to lose the match, I still feel like I should probably take the 2.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we will do it that way.
All right, so RJ's doing the 2 and David's doing the 3?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so
Use all the repeats if you need them. Right?
all right, Coho, why don't you go ahead and give RJ the 2, and yeah, in set number 2 for DCU.
Okay. Your question is, who plays the older wizard Shazam in Shazam?
I always say his name wrong. Fuck. Frick. I oh my god, I fucking know his. Hold on.
Just keep the hands on screen, please.
Oh fuck, sorry. Jimon Honsu?
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay. I needed to see it.
That might be the most stressful 2-pointer of all time in this league.
It's a good tactic.
Now watch me get a question in like on the Woman 84. That was the only one I haven't seen.
You stop putting that evil out there.
Your 3-pointer then, David. Name one of the languages Diana and Samir converse in when the two first meet in Wonder Woman.
Spanish.
Correct. 3-pointer.
I'll be honest, I did not take that into account when writing this question. So
I'm also not going to lie. That was really hard to read with a straight face. All right. And your 5-pointer that you can now confer on is, what nickname does Doc call Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey?
Lotus Flower.
Go for it. I haven't seen it.
Lotus Flower, final answer.
That is correct for 5 points.
And a tie game.
Well,
Well, Eli,
we chose well the second round category,
I just
the-
want to
for
see
the-
this completely blow up in their faces.
right?
Eli, we can't lose.
I
in
think
this
for
round.
the first time in the history of this league, the 2-pointer was the most stressful of the 3 rounds of 3 round 5 questions. But nevertheless, we do go to winner soldiers, guys. It's simple. Hit one of the 2, 3, and 5, and you will be the new champions. No pressure though.
No.
So
To
who is
repeat, Eli.
taking?
Yep.
So Eli, are you taking the 2, or is Joe taking the 2?
I'll take the 2.
All right.
The
So
smarter competitor takes the smarter questions.
all right. Your question is, who plays Black Manta in Aquaman?
Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
And your winner, and the new ONTL Geek Teams champions, Eli McKay, Mr. Joe Farrelly, winner, soldiers. It is Yahya Abdul Mateen II. What a match. What a comeback. Digidestined really fought there for all 5 rounds. The winner soldiers is the lead, especially ballooned in round 4, and they just really couldn't overcome that. We'll jump right into our post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finishers today, David and RJ. Look, you guys were down by 6 in round 1. That's a really hard deficit to climb back from, especially in a title match. But you outscored them 10-5 in round 2. We're only down by 1, and you answered all 3 round 5 questions correctly, which I don't think a lot of teams in this division can say they've done, especially in a 5-round setting. So you guys have nothing to hang your head about. How's it going for you guys?
As a fandom player, I should probably brush up in my sci-fi killers. Probably, maybe. But again, having Joe next to me in fandom, it helps with those. But I think really we played how we kind of knew how this was going to go, because we knew that if we were behind on the opponent's choice round, that was it. Because sci-fi killers is not our strongest category. We were maybe hoping that we gave us a Star Trek on a win, but yeah.
Look, I knew they were going to give us a easy geek category. Like, as soon as you read off that list, I'm like, they're not going to give us any of those other categories except for sci-fi killers. And like I said, yeah, that's one of those things that came in after the tournament since I've been on break from playing. So I was like, cool. I don't have time to watch all these movies and do my research. I have to go with what I know off the top of my head. But like I said, they still chose poorly. They could have won the match without us answering all 3 questions, because I did not know Homeboy's name from Aquaman. So they still chose poorly. I still wasn't wrong.
I am actually really happy with how we played in Marvel. And I think because we had a plan coming in, we weren't expecting that lead out of round 1, but Joe played a perfect round, which is very hard to do in a title match. So it's just what you want to do. It's a 6-point lead. We had to get as many points as possible, and we honestly weren't expecting that Wizarding World round. So it allowed us to fight back, and I think we played the round 4 smart, and we were able to not get TKO. So that's great.
No TKO, no KO. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Hey, well, anyways, this was a really great performance. You fought hard again the entire match. Fortunately, this does drop you. This does give you your first ever loss, actually, as a team. So, coming out of this, is there any team you would like to face on your road back to the belt?
Frostbone Man, I am calling you guys out.
Apparently, he's calling somebody out. I just show up when I'm told to show up.
Kind of how it goes. Frostbone.
I'm calling Frostbone Man now because that's like the trend.
Frostbowmen, just based off their one match, are a terrifying combo for anyone to go up against. And I can see the one of the members backstage massaging his temples because he probably has a migraine from that. But hey, we'll see what happens. That would be a great match. We'll see if we can get that going.
I mean, I know what happens. I made the schedule. So.
Okay, well, at least try to keep it a little bit more subtle for the people at home, David. Thanks so much. But unfortunately, guys, this does mean the end of the road for you. But we will definitely see you back later this season. So thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right, we will move on to our winners today and the new champions, Joe and Eli. Fellas, I mean, you had to fight pretty hard. Like it did come out in round one. It looked like we were going home early. Knockouts, but they fought back in round two. But giving them the sci-fi killers in round three definitely swung the match back in your favor. How you guys feeling?
Go
I
for it.
mean, all I can say is that there were so many nervous emotions going in before this match, and then for me at least, and I just know this is my first title match in a very long time ever, so it was just one of those, oh, if we win, I'm going to be very happy. If we lose, that's going to be very sad, but it's typical for me. So being able to get a victory and winning the Geek team titles is just a feat in myself that I'm just so happy that we were able to accomplish. And yeah, this is very happy. And yeah, they played a great round two. No one should ever take that away. They played an amazing round two, and I'm not going to take that away. It was just round three and round four were very much in our favor.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think either of us expected to have 6-point lead coming out of round one, and we discussed taking Marvel, and probably would have been the better option for us because I think we would have scored more points based on those questions. But given that lead, I knew David would want to go for a clean sweep, and knowing how strong he is in the Wizarding world. But my God, those were some very tough questions, and you could see his face on, especially on the Luna Lovegood one, that he didn't know that. So it felt a little bit good missing it, knowing that David didn't know it either. They got it in the multiple choice though, and they came roaring back into this match. And that round five was incredible. The speed, because you knew, even though that 2-pointer was tense, you knew RJ knew it. It was just about whether he'd get the pronunciation right, and his tactic of writing it down first was really well done. David and RJ, they blitzed through that tournament last year and played a hell of a game here and a hell of a comeback. It's nice to have one of the Geek titles in this division back, and we'll see what happens with the other one.
Absolutely. You guys played a truly complete game all the way around. Fought hard, got the win. But now you do look to the next step, and that would be your defense. So which team out there do you think is going to be the one to try and take that belt from you down the road first?
Frost Boatman.
Sure, why not?
Enough said. And we got the full face palm from Alex backstage.
I did it just to annoy him.
But anyway, Frost Bowman, it's a pretty tall order for you. You've got two of the top teams in the league coming for you. Thank you guys, and congratulations on your freshly.
There was one more thing actually, because David is still the Geek Singles champion, and somebody won a free for all and got themselves a title shot. So I think now is the perfect time just to keep it in my back pocket, save it for later. Don't worry, David, I'm not coming just yet.
Oh, he teased us for a second there. And people who schedule these things were like, "What the fuck is he doing?" But anyways, guys, once again, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next time. All right, Coho, let's wrap this thing up in a bow and take us home.
Yeah, I think this was a solid game. I think Joe played one of the most, consistently strong games I've seen across all the matches that he's been doing in this last year. And I think this was just another one of those for him. I think Eli definitely helped complement him there. And I think that the other team made a really strong effort to try and stay in this thing. But I think that there was just round 3 and 4 hit, and the match sort of just changed for them. But I think on the whole, solid match, solid competition. They did their damnedest to stay in this, and that's one of the most commendable efforts I've seen from RJ and David there today, from just a team trying to just fight their way back to a win, and they almost did it. So they played a very solid game there.
Absolutely. Great fight from both teams, but we do have a new champion, Eli and Joe. Once again, guys, thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time watching us, welcome. Please watch some more matches. Go to the channel, like, subscribe, follow, share, post everywhere. Spread the word about everything we're doing out here at ONTL. We got title matches, we got contenders matches, we got free-for-alls. We got everything you want out of a good trivia league. Got a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline in singles, in teams, in everything. So from Eli, from David, from Coho, from Alex, from Joe, and from RJ, guys, thank you so much for another great match. And as always, stay cool, guys.